If your entire financial plan is work hard and save, I need you to sit down for this. The gap between people who own assets and people who just earn a paycheck just hit its widest point in over 3 decades. And it's not because those people are working harder than you. By the end of this video, you're going to know exactly why that gap keeps growing every single year, what's actually driving it, and the 5-step system that lets you start closing it, starting with your very next paycheck. You're watching M-Cubed Money Mindset Makeover, where we're flipping the script on money for millennials and Gen Z. This isn't just a channel, it's a mindset revolution. Smart money, real talk, no cap. Here's the thing nobody tells you. You can do everything right. Clock in, grind, pick up a side hustle, cut the coffee, and still watch other people pull ahead of you without working 1 hour harder than you do. Most people think wealth comes from a bigger paycheck. It doesn't. It comes from what that paycheck is allowed to do the second it lands in your account. Every single dollar you touch has exactly 2 jobs available to it. Spend today or build tomorrow. Most of us were never taught that second job even exists. And to make it worse, everyone's scrolling past a highlight reel that makes it look like everyone else already figured this out. You know what I mean? New apartment, new car, vacation photos? What you're not seeing is the financing, the debt, the second job that's paying for the illusion. Comparing your real financial life to someone else's curated one is one of the fastest ways to convince yourself you're behind. When honestly, most of what you're comparing yourself to isn't even real wealth. It's just well-photographed debt. So let's actually break down why this gap keeps widening. Because the answer is more mechanical than emotional, and once you see the mechanics, you can start using them for yourself instead of against yourself. Let's start with the number that should stop your scroll. As of the most recent Federal Reserve data, the wealthiest 1% of American households now hold roughly 32% of all the wealth in this country. The highest share on record since the Fed started tracking it back in 1989. The bottom half of all households, tens of millions of people, collectively hold about 2.5% combined. And it is not slowing down. Recent wage data shows pay for higher earners growing almost 3 times faster than pay for lower and middle income workers. Paychecks for most people are inching up. Assets for the people who already own them are sprinting. Here's why that matters for you specifically. Wages are linear. You trade an hour, you get paid for an hour. Assets are exponential. They can grow while you sleep, while you're at your kid's soccer game, while you're doing literally anything else with your life. That is the actual engine behind the wealth gap. Not intelligence, not even effort. It's ownership versus income. Put another way, today, cracking the top 10% of net worth in America takes over $1 million, and almost none of that million is sitting in a checking account. It's sitting in things that were bought once and left alone to grow. But here's where it gets worse. Even if you're doing the responsible thing and parking your money in a normal savings account, you are still losing. The average U.S. savings account is paying out less than 1% interest right now, while inflation has been running closer to 3.5% to 4%. That means $10,000 sitting in a typical bank account isn't safe. It's shrinking, quietly, every single year without you ever touching it. I just did a whole video on this topic. Go check it out if you want more. Saving is not the enemy here. Saving is step 1. But cash that just sits there, untouched, is fighting a slow-motion battle it can never win on its own. It's like leaving ice out on the counter and being surprised it's smaller tomorrow. Now the hidden secret, ready? The wealthy aren't wealthy because of some extreme salary. They're wealthy because of what they own. Stocks, index funds, real estate, businesses, retirement accounts stacked with all of the above, quietly compounding in the background. The middle class trades hours for income. The wealthy own assets that generate income whether they show up to work that day or not. That is the actual difference. Not the size of the paycheck. What the paycheck gets converted into the moment it arrives. Now here's the part that changes everything, so pay attention. 2 investors, 10 years apart. Investor A starts putting $200 a month into an index fund at age 25. Investor B waits, which is completely understandable. Life happens, and starts that same $200 a month at age 35. At the stock market's long-run historical average of around 10% a year, that 10-year head start isn't worth a little more money by retirement. Depending on the exact timeline, it can be worth tens of thousands, sometimes well over $100,000 more. And investor A never invested a single extra dollar. They invested the exact same monthly amount as investor B. They just gave it 10 more years to compound. That's the part school never taught you. Time in the market isn't a nice to have. It is the entire game. Compound growth doesn't care how much you make. It cares how long you've been playing. Quick pause. Let me know in the comments. Are you already investing or are you still sitting on the fence? No judgment either way. I read all the comments. Let's have a conversation in the group chat. Now let's talk about the silent wealth killer. Lifestyle inflation. You get a raise. Suddenly there's a nicer apartment, a newer car, a cleaning lady, the upgraded everything, the subscriptions you deserve. Your income went up and your spending went up right alongside it, almost dollar for dollar. You feel richer. You're not actually building anything. You're just financing a more expensive version of broke. Here's the fix, and it's genuinely this simple. Every time your income goes up, let your investments go up first. Your lifestyle is allowed to catch up later, after your future self already got paid. This next one tends to surprise people. There are doctors making $250,000 a year living paycheck to paycheck, buried under lifestyle upgrades and financed everything. And there are teachers on a fraction of that income quietly retiring as millionaires because they invested consistently for decades instead of upgrading their lifestyle every single time they got a raise. Income gets you in the game. Assets are what actually win it. And here's the bigger picture behind all of it. Stock market gains, business profits, real estate appreciation, dividends, capital gains. Every single one of those flows toward the people who own productive assets, not toward the people who simply clock hours. That's not a conspiracy theory. That's not the system is rigged in some abstract way you can't do anything about. That's just how ownership has always worked. The only real question left is whether you're going to participate in that system or keep watching it happen around you. So here's what actually works. A 5-step playbook in order. Step 1. Build an emergency fund so a flat tire or a surprise bill doesn't turn into credit card debt. Step 2. Eliminate high-interest debt because nothing you invest in will consistently outrun a 25% interest rate. Step 3. Invest automatically, every single payday, before you ever get the chance to talk yourself out of it. Step 4. Every time you get a raise, increase your investing before you increase your spending. Step 5. Stay invested for decades, not months, and let the boring, unglamorous consistency do the actual heavy lifting. None of this is complicated. It's just consistent. And consistency is the one thing most people quit before it gets to work. So stop asking yourself, how much money do I make? Start asking, how much of my money owns something? That one question changes everything, because it moves you from earner to owner, and owners are the ones this entire system was quietly built to reward. The wealth gap isn't just separating rich from poor. It's separating owners from earners. Every single paycheck hands you a choice. Consume today or own a piece of tomorrow. You don't need to get wealthy overnight. You just need to start owning something that grows while you sleep. The earlier you start, the less of your life you'll spend working harder just to catch up to people who simply started sooner. If this video changed the way you think about your paycheck, hit subscribe and join the M-Cubed Mavericks, because financial freedom isn't built by earning one paycheck forever. It's built by creating income that keeps coming whether you're working or not. And if you're wondering, what's the next step? It's learning how to stop relying on a single source of income. Because one paycheck can disappear overnight, but multiple income streams can change your entire future. Click the next video. 7 income streams that could replace your job one day. It might be the most important shift you ever make on your journey to financial freedom. Unsubscribe from broke. Become the CEO of your life. See you there.